All right, Mike Heck here in South Florida. We are getting ready for a big boxing match on September 11th, this Saturday. Evander Holyfield making his return to the squared circle, and standing across from him is this man, the former UFC world champion, Vitor Belfort. Vitor, what a world we live in, right?
Yes, we live in a Triller world. Triller is bringing Marvin Gaye back with Snoop Doggy Dogg, Holyfield with Vitor Belfort, only on Triller.
You look very happy right now, like very happy. You can see it in your eyes. There's no fabrication here. There is nothing but happiness exuding from you right now. When did this happen? Like, I know you've always been a pretty positive guy, but you talked about it in the ring, how you decided after a conversation with your wife, you're just going to be positive about everything. You let the negativity go and just be positive. When did that happen, and how much better has that made your life overall?
It's a constantly work. It's not just in a day. It's a habit that you have to evolve. So it's like, can you make a bad day a good day? Can you make a sad moment a joyful moment? That's about training. It's just as same thing as you want to lose weight, you got to eat less, you got to eat more healthy. Same thing with your mind. So you got to make a diet in your mind. You got to make an approach in life. Is how you're facing life, how you see difficulties, how you see trials. It's just changing the way you think. It's called the mindset. So I developed a great mindset, and I love it. I mean, I share with people at my fitness gym that I have. We have me and my wife called Belfort Fitness Lifestyle, where you're teaching people to donate themselves 1 hour a day in exercise, but also creating habits along the day. The day has 24 hours. You give me 1 hour, but you have another 23 hours in a day. So it's all about doing the little things. It's doing little a lot, not a lot little.
And people say when you have a positive mindset, good things can happen. And you end up on, dealing up with Triller. You're going to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Now you get Evander Holyfield. And you said a bunch of different times so far since you've been here that it's like going from business class to first class. Can you expound on that a little bit?
It's just Oscar is a great champion. He's a gold medalist himself, changed the scope of boxing. But now we're talking about Holyfield. Holyfield comes from before Oscar. Holyfield is literally done. I see he's not done more, but he just done it in a different way. Both are gold medals, but Holyfield is a heavyweight, so he's the king of the jungle. So it's like he done great things, and I mean, both guys are tremendous. But for me, it's going from business class to first class because I made that decision. Everything that happened in my life is an upgrade. Doesn't matter where I'm at, it's what I have. And so I cannot work with what I don't have. So whatever I have, it's first class.
Were you surprised when Evander was the guy? Because once we found out about Oscar, we were like, what's going to happen here? And a lot of people thought, why don't you just put him in there with Anderson and we'll just do it that way? Like it's short notice. I know it's hard. We don't want to see that all the time, especially a Brazilian versus Brazilian fight. But are you surprised that you're fighting Evander now?
I'm not surprised, man, because, this is supposed to be before. And then I remember supposed to fight Holyfield, and then it was Tarzan, then Tarzan came from Oscar. So Triller knows what's putting things together. I trust what Triller is doing. I'm very excited to be able to find a tremendous legend. It's like you don't have another Holyfield. I'm sorry, man, but the guy is the real deal. So I don't care if you don't know him, Google. He makes boxing. He opened the Red Sea of boxing. And I mean, he defeated Mike Tyson twice. He's the real deal, man. And I mean, I'm having a serious competition in front of me. I have all the honor and respect for being able to compete with a great competitor, a guy who I look up coming up. And he was fighting for $30 million. I was fighting 3 guys in the same night for $50,000. That's kind of cross path. And you are the reward. You're getting the reward. You're getting both guys at the same night. Plus Snoop Dogg and Marvin Gaye. You cannot stay out of that.
If I told the guy who fought 3 guys in one night for $50,000 that 20, 30 years from now, you're going to box the guy who made $30 million, would you believe me?
Oh, yeah, it's crazy, man. But I always knew that UFC, MMA would be the biggest sport. I knew it. And I'm so glad to see Dana White with Lorenzo and Sally now, WME, though they're doing a phenomenal job with ESPN. So it's just great to see, But I'm very happy what Triller is putting together, and I hope that we can co-promoting soon, and I believe that that's what's going to happen in the future, be able to merge this true sport in one and even the ground for me, and we'll be able to ground, doing the better clinch for us, so making favor. So I hopefully soon boxers can fight in the rules that where I'll be able to grab them in the clinch in the different ways, the way we do each other in the UFC, but not kicking, but just punching. That's the future. It's called boxing martial arts. That's the future.
Oh, a little hybrid. I like it.
Yes, that's the future.
Do you have a prediction for this fight? I know you fought so many times that you're probably beyond that at this point, but
Just buy pay-per-view Saturday 9/11. Get your family together, barbecue, popcorn, get all the goodies. Watch the best of boxing MMA.
a couple last quick things. One, anytime an MMA fighter goes into the boxing ring, there's always comparisons. We just saw Tyron Woodley fight Jake Paul. It was a very close fight.
A wrestler versus a Disney Channel guy. He didn't see a boxer. So one guy is a wrestler, and actually the Disney guy is became amateur boxing. But it's not about, you're talking about Holyfield, man. You're talking about a boxer. You're talking about Vitor Belfort. You're talking about a knockout artist. It's just different. It's no comparisons. You're trying to comparing water with wine. We are the Bordeaux line.
I'm not comparing. Others are.
I'm just saying, whatever others, I'm just teaching you. When you're trying to compare, it's like comparing a Ferrari with a Honda. It's like, don't put Holyfield on that category. Don't put Vitor Belfort in the category. So it's like they're different beasts, different animal.
Fair enough. And one last thing, there's been a little controversy since Saturday in the MMA world. We're talking about maybe merging these things together. We saw an oblique kick end a fight, and it was pretty nasty. And a lot of people have been fans, even other fighters, saying we should ban this technique. It's the side kick to the knee. What are your thoughts on that?
I've been naming. It's time to review the rules. MMA. Even boxing, why 12 rounds? Why are you putting 12 rounds? You want to see knockouts. You want to see finishers. It's so many things to change in both sports. I believe, why are you fighting? Why are you letting that kick? What's the purpose of that kick? A lot of things have to change. Remember, man, we are in a changing scenario that everything has changed. The way the world was like 10 years ago, today it's crazy. Marijuana was a drug. Now you can make money. You become billionaire with marijuana. It's a medicine. So why are you letting all this fighting get all this damage? Because now the guy go for ACL, maybe he end his career. So a lot of things we got to revisit. The rules of MMA is so antique. And who made the rules? I asked that question for Dana, and he said, I don't know. And who was involved? Any fighter was involved? Anybody was involved? Who's tabling the rules for boxing? It's someone in the suit. Or get the fighters along, what we can do to get better, and always safety. Look at football, man. Football is a great historical thing. They're changing because they care about safety, number one. You're talking about any professional here, safety number one. And it's time to visit these rules.
Do you think we'll ever get to that point where the fighters can come together?
But it's unfortunately fighters they gotta understand they are the product. They gotta think like a business. They cannot just think I'm a fighter. No, you're a businessman. You got to know how to take care of yourself and looking for a better future for the other guys to come along. I'm in a state right now because I have knowledge. So it costs a lot of money. So I wish fighters can come to me and say, Victor, I'll pay you for you give me your advice. I'll pay to advise, right? I pay people to advise. So I think fighters got to put their ego aside and say, get advice, because they're losing a lot of money. They're losing a lot of business. And the problem is, like, they want to fight. But first, you got to do a business. You got to have a good team around you. And right now I have one of the best team around me. So I'm very happy.
And then last thing, Donald Trump is going to be providing some additional commentary for this event. Donald Trump, former president. This is amazing. Like, what did you think when this news was announced?
I love it. He makes everything great again. So I'm looking forward.
And you're looking to make boxing greater. Not great again, greater.
It's everything to make everything greater in my life around me. Everything that I've been around is greater.
You look very happy, Vitor. Very happy you're getting this opportunity, and all the best to you the rest of the weekend in the ring on Saturday.
Stay positive.